Welcome, Operative. If you're hearing these words, and you have the proper security clearance to understand them, you've obviously been accepted as an enlightened agent within the Technocratic Union. Congratulations. If you don't yet have the property security clearance, don't worry. Remain exactly where you are. Operatives are being dispatched to your location to help you transition into the next stage of your existence. Welcome to Vorpal Tales, where we play terrifying tales and awesome adventures every day of the week. For you Mage fans, we have Mage all weekend now. This show on Saturdays in White Walls. Our Mage Ascension 20th Anniversary Edition horror game on Sundays at 9. This week on Tuesday, Dwayne will be running the Exalted Jumpstart on the Onyx Path channel. And on Friday, we'll be having the finale of Season 1 of our Scarred Lands tale, Dracogenesis. Be sure to check out our website, vorpaltales.com, to see our complete calendar of all of our Onyx and non-Onyx games, catch recaps of shows, and get the links to our endless archive of past shows and our podcasts. You can also find all of our social media there and our Patreon. Be sure to follow on Twitch so you can get notified. And on YouTube, subscribe and hit the bell. Special thanks to Onyx Path Publishing and White Wolf for gifting us the World of Darkness and all the support they offer. And to Astral Tabletop for the virtual space we use to play our games. And to our sheet creator, Nate Mid, for our custom Astral Tabletop character sheets that you can use to play Mage 20th Anniversary Edition also. And so many other Onyx Path games, and now also Dune 2D20. Enlightened Agents, tell us who you are and who you're playing in this tale.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dwayne at Made of Kimchi on the internet, and tonight I will be playing Saplina Denisovna.
Howdy, my name is Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama, and tonight I will be playing Yamamoto Satori, the progenitor.
Hey folks, I'm JT. You can find me online as at Sensomancer, and tonight I'm playing John Nedry, former intelligence community operative, double agent, and sort of suspect agent.
Hello, I'm Harry. I will be playing our dear friend Soren, whose other half is
Thea. We're both void engineers.
Yes, doing void engineer crimes.
You're doing crimes. I'm not.
I'm not doing crimes. Everything I do is perfectly legal.
Someone say crimes?
Not illegal if you don't get caught.
If you're a void engineer, your crimes are against humanity and science, and if not,
My crimes are not against
purposely
humanity.
mislegal.
They're against aliens.
And so I am Zachary Naldret, he, him. You can find me on the Twitters and other parts of the internet as well, sometimes at Zach Rules.
And everybody, I am the _Turing. I play Armature 762, who is a Iteration X cyborg.
Excellent, and I am Eldritch Echoes Online. You can find me running all of our Mage games and everything spoopy. All right, Zach, please recap us on the events of the last session.
Mission report, October 13th, 2034, filed by Agent Jacob Hardigan. 1300 hours, Construct Cafeteria. Agent Hardigan recaps the events of 1 year ago and briefs the team on what has happened. During the past year, he has been assisting with retrieving and reprogramming agents affected by the incident after his own time in Room 101, of course. Due to the wide-scale fallout from the Technocracy response has been spread thin, with agents Dasha, Nedry, and Satori finally being cleared for duty. Agent Amateur will hopefully be cleared soon. Agent Soren and Thea have been added to the Amalgam. Agent Hardigan informs the Amalgam that they have been asked to take up their original mission. After some discussion, the Amalgam decides to follow up on the computer that the engineers were taken into, and the team heads to the building. 1400 hours at the Valley Building. Agent Dasha taps into his spy network to look to see if there is any compromise that can be found, or anything that has been compromised that can be found. Unable to get any additional details. Agent Hardicle digs into and finds additional information, handing it over to Agent Nedry. Agent Nedry was able to decode a new code that was added to the code that was in the computer since they had last been there, with coordinates for a location within the city of Detroit. It had been decided that the primary mission will be pursued and the amalgam jacked into the digital web. Agent Nedry provided great assistance with getting the amalgam fully into the digital web, with the exception of Agent Hardigan, who hooked in through astral projection. Hardigan is able to locate the 6 entities that had entered that last location, 3 avatars and 3 digital packets. Nedry re-examines the code and finds a different location for the coordinates, which lead to a dead drop to an MMO in the C sector. Agents Hardigan, Soren, and Thea pursue the primary target, while Agents Nedry leads Agents Dasha and Satori to the MMO location. At the primary objective, Agent Hardigan leads the agents towards the missing engineers. During the process, malware alarms were set off, drawing security bots. Agent Soren reached out to summon a bot from another program to assist with their defense. Security bots in the form of attack dogs, 3 attack Soren, who skillfully deflects them. Agent Hardigan deflected the one that was going to him, and Agent Thea was knocked down by the one that attacked her. However, she was able to throw it off. Agent Hardigan redirected the tracking and drawing 3 of the security dogs off of the agents, placing the malware code somewhere else within the system. Soren eliminated the other 2, as Agent Hardigan reported their location to the other agents, with a mech that he had summoned was able to breach the entrance into the ghost zone where their trail led. For the secondary objective, Agent Nedry leads the agents towards the dead drop and finds it inside a Apex Legends zone. The agents are fired on almost immediately when they enter. Agent Dasha is stabbed multiple times but survives. Agent Nedry is able to take cover when he is fired at, and Agent Satori throws a grenade back at the opponent, apparently violating the tenets of the game. Agent Dasha is able to blow up most of the other team. The remaining member still alive in the other team logs out, reporting illegal activity, spawning a moderator. Agents Dasha and Satori distract the moderator as Agent Nedry tracks down the information. When received, the location from Agent Hardigan, Agent Nedry transports the rest of the team to that location. The mission is still ongoing. This report has been filed with knowledge that Agent Amateur was close to being cleared for duty. The amalgam's current location is included in the correspondence in the event he is able to be activated so that he can be deployed to the amalgam's location within the digital web.
Thank you very much. As your party is waiting, staring into the blasted open doors to the fragmented part of the virtual web, to the ghost zone, you hear the telltale noise of agents jacking in when Soren and Thea appear behind you. Exhausted, even their avatars are covered in sweat, they're panting heavily. And Soren gasps, "What did we miss?"
Well, we had a bit of a run-in. But we're on to the location that we're looking for. It's in the ghost zone.
Understood.
As long as we don't get attacked, I'm okay.
Oh no, we've already taken care of the attacks.
You look
As you
around
can
Thea
see, I
and
have-
you see mangled cyber dogs, a Battletech mech standing there. It's like disabled and in off mode. Dasha
You do that?
Multiple stab wounds.
Dasha's got like knife holes bleeding everywhere. Nedry's splattered in blood. You're not sure if it's his or not.
Usually not.
Alright, okay, let's just complete the mission so that I don't have to think about the actuality of digital blood and whether or not that means your physical bodies are bleeding.
It's the first thing you two have to decide since you weren't here last session.
Are you last session?
It was
Who was missing? I can never keep track of who wasn't here.
Ring.
Armature. That's the choice you have to make. Do you want to jack in the way Jacob is with VR headgear and you're only there psychically? You can't die, but you can still get hurt, and you're at a decent penalty to all your actions. You can also go there entirely, which is the way everyone else chose to go, where if you die there, you die for real. You can get 2 whiteouts, 2 resets, 2 dereses is the proper term. First one just resets you to where you entered the web, and the second one actually kills you. And then your third option is to only astrally project there, removing the entirety of your spirit, not just your mind, from your body. Which is somewhere between the two, but you can still die. Because if your spirit's destroyed, your body's just vegetable. Believe you're muted. Or you're not talking.
Yeah,
Vegetables are good for you.
Yeah, vegetables are good for you. He would probably go in fully.
Okay, do you have any dots in computer?
Computer, yes, 4.
Excellent. The Nedry does not get to set your avatar for you.
Damn it! I got to, you missed last session, but everyone else, I got to like tell them what their avatar was in the Mage in the virtual web.
And I messed that up. That actually means you're the one who teleports in covered in sweat and exhausted asking what you missed, not Soren.
Okay.
And when they ask you what happened, you tell them that's a story for later.
Yeah. We'll cover that later.
So what do you want your avatar to look like? We'll have everyone else describe theirs. Let's start with Thea.
My avatar looks like my pet. I'm forgetting the word.
Familiar?
Yes, thank you. My pet Familiar, who is a cross between a snow leopard and a snow owl. I have the wings.
And a weasel.
And a weasel, yes. A whole wonderful combination of things. So, yes, I'm a horrible chimera creature, and I just like to hop around Harry to piss him off because he hates the existence of blood.
Soren, what does yours look like?
Didn't Rachel decide?
You look like a movie
Rachel did
man.
decide.
I look like Agent Smith. Hugo Weaving.
He looks like Hugo Weaving, except he has the mirror shades, but he also has the fantasy movie beard. And the hair of Elrond. Nedry got to set that, yes. Satori, what do you look like?
Satori used to look like a Viking, and then he got derezzed in Apex Legends. So now Satori looks like Satori. Just looks like himself.
The fullness of his imagination is to create himself. Dasha, what about you?
The perfect life form.
What about Dasha?
If I do remember correctly, Dasha was the gremlin from Gremlins 2, so like the ugly-looking one, but carrying a rocket launcher that was too big for him.
Sniper rifle.
The sniper rifle, that's what it was.
Last but not least, Jacob.
Jacob pretty much looks like himself. The way that things are in the digital web, he does look a bit slimmer, as in not as muscular as he does in normal life.
And last but not double least, Nedry.
Basically Gandalf. Except I shoot like my rifle is my wand or is my staff and stuff like that. Yeah, I got to set everyone's last time, and I'm just kind of an asshole. So I just made them ridiculous, including myself.
We discovered how few people in this group besides you two have computer at a high level or the data sphere. So what would you like your
Simple man
avatar to
at
look like?
shooting.
It can literally be anything.
So he would come in looking like his face and his build, but he's completely made of metal.
Like the thing from the first Thor movie metal, or like Colossus?
More like Colossus.
Cool. So you agents need to give Armature a quick catch-up. And then you have to decide any strategy before you head into the second most dangerous part of the virtual web. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's been fine so far.
That's a lie. It has not been fine so far. We
Yeah,
got
I'm
attacked
only
by dogs, but
halfway incapacitated.
Yeah, we split the party because, of course, we did.
no, we have one location.
Our
Me,
primary
Satori.
our primary target is within the ghost zone ahead of us. We have gained secondary information. Agent Nedry can provide more details on that.
Yeah, so the information we got was basically we got half of, if I remember correctly, we got half of some kind of code that with coordinates that were inside an Apex Legends server. So 3 of us had to play Apex Legends, the popular MMO, and we cheated in order to win, and got a moderator called on us, causing Satori to get derezzed. I picked up half the coordinates, but the other half of the coordinates are, I believe, is it in the ghost realm or in the real world?
It's in meat space.
You got the
Meat
meat
space.
space coordinates you still have to go to.
Okay. So the primary target is still in virtual web, but we also have more information to get in meat space.
They came here to retrace the steps of the kidnapped engineers. They went to the, I'm going to say Manticore again, but it's not Manticore. The other facility in Detroit owned by Arachi where the crime took place last year. They rebooted the computer that they used to enter the virtual space, and they're chasing them. Jacob was able to track them this far, but the party split when they discovered that the code you guys got the previous week for the physical location, like the super secret dead drop code, had a mirror in the virtual web that took them somewhere else. Nedry's team discovered that that's half of the actual spot they want you to go to. You have to hit both dead drops to go to wherever the real meat is. Real deep spy nonsense. And you still don't know who's sending all of that or why. But it's directly targeted to your group. So you have that, and now they've all reconvened. Satori in his final form. If he gets killed again, he dies for real. Dash is wrecked. And I think Thea got hurt too. Thea or Soren got dog clawed, I don't remember.
I got dog clawed, but only minorly.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm fine.
Yeah, Soren was the one who summoned the giant net.
Yep. Which they used to breach the firewall to this zone. Now, quick catch up for Armature, in case you don't know, with Mage. There's several different ways the virtual web manifests, like zones with rules, where normal people are, websites, video games, virtual space, whatever. There's zones without rules, which is where only people like you can go, awakened, enlightened people. There's dead zones where nothing's been written yet, it's unformatted space. And then there's ghost zones where terrible catastrophes happened. They're half derezzed, half white space, half existing space, and they have digital ghost codes of all the people that died there. That's where you're going. That, of course, is the worst one to be in.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. They already passed through a couple formatted zones. That was when they had to fight the dogs, which were digital aspect of anti-malware. And then they had to actually participate in MMO, which, like they said, they broke the rules using enlightened science and got chased out of the game. But they got the data they needed.
So I do have a question. Is the mech still around after busting in, or did it go full force, just charging through into the ghost zone?
It just kind of walked up, turned towards the door, like This nonsense rocket pack on its shoulder fired like 50 high-impact missiles that just blew through the firewall, and now it's just standing there. It's not moving, but you can tell it's live, because if you put your hand on it, the whole thing is slightly vibrating, and you can tell with any amount of prime or matter or forces that there's a giant nuclear reactor in its back.
So we should take that with us.
Yes. Would Agent Hardigan have awareness of how things work differently in the digital web? How like mental stats often take the place of physical stats?
Anybody with any dots in the data sphere would understand that, yes.
Okay.
Or anybody that works for the Technocracy that has at least one dot in hypertech would also know that.
Then I would like to, as we prepare to go into the ghost zone, to use my mind sphere to boost my mental stats.
Okay. Roll some enlightenment against a difficulty of 5. Also, while he's doing that, Armature, you should know that paradox is different here. Physical spheres, life and matter, cause massive paradox. Data and forces cause none, no matter how you use it, and prime is minor. And entropy acts normally, as does dimensional science is coincidental.
I only got 1 success on that.
So you can add 1 dot to any one mental sphere, or attribute.
Alright, I'll put that into perception.
And after the scene ends, you can retry again if you so choose. Because
Alright.
Unless you want to go through the extended spell casting, it's only 1 scene duration.
No, I figure he's going to do it as more of like a quick
As needed,
boost
yeah.
through his, yeah.
Any of the rest of you with mind could do the same. You could do it with life too, but you're going to take paradox.
Do it. I got mind.
Difficulty 5.
2 successes.
You can add 1 dot to 2 mental attributes.
Right, I'm at int 5 and perception 4.
Anybody else want to fire up a procedure before heading into Doom Zone? Also, I should point out, the mech is here. It's one of you has to pilot it if you're actually going to take it with you.
I'll pilot it.
No, you're strong. I don't want to pilot.
I have pilot skills, though.
Yes, how many of you actually have either some form of hypertech skill, secondary skill, or actual pilot training to fly this? Walk this?
I've got hypertech.
So you or Soren could do it then. You could also check it out and see if it has 2 seats. You know, like Pacific Rim.
And my character's a genius. I would hope that I'd be able to figure something like this out.
Yeah, while they're buffing their mental stats, Armature's going to be examining this mech.
Okay.
Also, is
Double
anybody,
whammy, Dwayne. What were you going to ask, Jacob?
I was going to ask if anybody in the amalgam appears to be injured.
Yes, both Dasha and Thea. Dasha much more so.
If anybody is skilled in the data correspondence, enlightened sciences, more so than I am, they may be able to help alleviate some of the injuries that have been sustained.
Repairing an avatar would best be done with dimensional science or forces.
Which I do not have.
Well, it's a good thing you got a space marine here, isn't it?
Yeah, I can do forces and dimensional science, right?
Hopefully, that's your
That's
shtick.
the key.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do a thing.
So 2 would be required to heal yourself, and 3 would be required to heal somebody else.
Right, so which of those do you have at 3?
I have forces, and I have forces at 3, spirit at 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You had the weird, almost no sphere setup because you only do one thing. Definitely spirit then, against a difficulty of 5. We'll start with
Okay.
Dasha.
So, roll my arete.
Yep. Twice.
Okay, so if difficulty 5, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes
Okay.
total out of 2 rolls.
Dasha, do you have bashing or lethal?
I do believe they were lethal.
Because with 5 successes, you can either heal 5 bashing or 2 lethal and 1 bashing. Or just 2 lethal if it's all lethal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was all lethal.
So you can remove the worst 2. Bottom up. And then, that was both rolls, Soren, or just the first roll? Well, that's obviously both rolls. You don't have that much enlightenment. Go ahead and roll again for Thea. Same difficulty?
Dasha much appreciates this.
5 again.
Same for you, Thea. You can either heal a lot of bashing or a couple lethal.
I don't think I took all that much damage, if I remember correctly. So I will heal that bash. My computer just falling asleep.
How much did you take?
Let's see. How much damage did I take? It does not say I took damage.
I think you did, right? You took a couple.
I think I took like 2 brews.
So in that case,
No,
I remember
don't think
it was
did.
because she got knocked down. She didn't actually get clawed. So it probably
Oh,
was
Yeah,
yes.
no, I just got like a bomb.
thrown. Right. So then, yeah, you could heal 2 of that, and then you could put the rest on Dasha, so Dasha could heal a 3rd lethal.
Okay, yeah, I'll transfer the healing to Dasha.
Oh. This Dasha.
That's most of your damage, yeah. So, to Armature. It does have 2 seats. It's got a pilot seat, and then it's got some kind of technician seat. So in other words, you only need 1 person in the mech to both pilot it and fire the weapons, but if you put the second person in it, it boosts the stats of the machine.
Ooh.
As long as that secondary technician continues making successful rolls during combat.
Well, you know how to drive, right?
Me? I do.
Yeah, Soren. You
Yeah,
can
absolutely.
drive.
Then I will drive.
How about you drive, and I handle the tech stuff?
Perfect. Sounds good to me. Oh, you want to piggyback on the thing?
No, it's just
No, you don't. Because your form is going to be a problem.
yeah.
These are
Soren, you're one
bipedal
of-
control panel slots.
Yeah, you're one of our best fighters. I'm worried that if we have you in the mech.
Worst case scenario, I can always hop out. Right.
Okay, so Soren, go ahead and make us. Do you have hypertech as a secondary skill or just armature? Or any form of hypertech? It might say like energy weapons or other really weird terminology.
I have Starship, whatever. I have microgravity operation. I've got secret weapons. Where would it say hypertech? Dimensional science. I have Starship piloting.
Right, which is gonna let you be able to figure out how to do this.
Okay, good. Well, that'll do it. So I roll that with what, int or?
You don't have to roll yet. First, we need armature to roll to see if he can figure out how to open it. Hypertech plus intelligence, difficulty 7.
I do have hypertech. I'm stupid.
Oh, good. If armature gets stuck, you can help.
Hypertech plus intelligence. Difficulty 7. Let me change this.
Somebody tell Sean there's mechs in his mage game now.
gonna make them want to play.
I mean, it's not a new thing. The Technocracy's always had them.
No, actual mech warrior mechs, I mean, from Battletech.
Difficulty 7. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do.
While Armature gets that tallied up, Satori.
There you go.
Oh, never mind. What you got?
4 successes.
Okay. You're able to figure out how to open the mech and how to get Soren inside.
All right, and would I roll int plus anything?
Now you're
Plus
going to need
my
to roll.
piloting?
Well, first, I'm going to need you to roll dimensional science because you look at the thing, and it's not a seat. You stick your left foot in what looks like a bike pedal and your right foot in what looks like a stationary flat bike pedal on the floor. And then you put your arms up. It's like it's putting you out in an X. And then you have to put on a helmet that's full of wires and weird lights.
What's the
So
difficulty?
it's going to be 7.
10s or 2s?
Not for spells anymore, no.
Okay, so then just 2 successes.
Okay. You hook yourself in, and you actually manage to successfully integrate with the machine. You put the helmet on and put both feet in one arm, and then you're like, this should be fun. And as soon as you stick the other arm in, there's this weird moment like you're being sucked inside a further virtual web that's inside the virtual web you're already in. And you know that sensation of going through the loop in a roller coaster where everything just spins around you? That's what it's like. And then when your vision clears, you're not looking like through the visor anymore. You're looking out of the mech's face, and you like lift your arm, and it's a big metal arm. It's much like Warhammer, where you interface with it until you are the machine.
Yep.
Which means if you get hit, it's gonna hurt.
Oh no. Well, hopefully this machine will provide me at least some armor.
I'm also gonna need you to make a willpower roll at a difficulty of 8.
Ooh.
Okay, that's okay, because I have excellent willpower.
Harry in a mech suit, Rachel. That's addicting.
3, 4, 5, and then 2 10s. So 9? 9 successes?
Okay. You look around, and the feeling of euphoria that rushes through you is more powerful than anything you've ever experienced. You never want to get out. You could if you had to, because you made enough successes. But you don't want to. You are a god right now.
Yeah, that's valid. I get that.
Until a little voice crackles into your head saying, "Slow down there, Chief," because that's Armature, who's also plugged into your mech.
So now what?
Those two are now integrated. So Satori, any procedures you would like to enact before heading into the ghost zone?
Oh boy.
Also, I'm going to point out, you can't stealth unless you separate from the mech. It's not a thing.
We're in a mech. We can probably go off separate from you and be fine, right?
It is an Atlas, meaning it is 105 tons loaded out, and it's 50 meters tall, I think.
Oh, this is a big mech.
Yeah, this is an assault class mech.
I was thinking like power suit.
No,
No, this is a
It's got 2 arms and 2 legs, and you're fully encased in it, and it's got rocket launchers on both shoulders, and each arm has like 6 guns, and there's guns on the waist and guns in the knees. There's also a gun right in the middle, a really big one with a big wide barrel that's pulsing a purple color. For your information, Soren, because I'm sure Harry has played Battletech.
I have not, but I
Oh.
am mildly aware of the system. I know how it's played.
You have an LRM-20 with 10 shots, meaning it's a long-range missile launcher that fires 20 missiles in a burst 10 times. 10
Oh, that's
loadouts.
very good.
Short-range missile 6, meaning it fires 6 at once at short range. That also has 10 rounds. The waist has machine guns, which is for infantry and small vehicles. The left hand isn't actually a hand. It's an energy weapon.
Wonderful.
That one you should only fire once every few turns because everything you do in a mech that fires weapons heats it up. Also moving fast heats it up. If it overheats, the reactor will melt down and explode.
Let's try to avoid that.
So
Yeah, nuclear meltdown might not be so good.
Correct. The weapon in the hand is a very large laser. The weapon in the middle of the chest is some kind of plasma weapon. That's actually your biggest attack. That has the longest range, too. You could hit something about a mile away if you could target it with that. The rest of the weapons up and down the arms are various sizes of smaller lasers. Lasers and plasma weapons don't run out of rounds. However, they do heat you up a lot. Oh, and on the right arm, you also have autocannon. It only has 15 shots. It's an autocannon 20, which means each of the barrels of the autocannon are 20 millimeters, and there's about 50 of them. It's like a real-world autocannon if it fired 5 times as fast and the rounds were Space Marine bolter shells. So that's what you have. Satori, procedures.
Ooh. Satori is a simple man. He doesn't fully understand the realm he's in right now. And so Satori would prepare a life spell in preparation for some sort of a combat situation, for like dealing aggravated damage to an opponent.
Okay. So then you're gonna you're gonna channel your ki, and then you're gonna put on your special made fighting gloves that actually have reinforced micro materials on the inside of the knuckles. Or however you want to equate that to science. Immediately take 2 paradox because you're using life. And then roll Arete against difficulty of 6.
All right. And there we go. Rolled. Got 2 successes.
Okay. 2 successes means that when you hit with your hands, the first point of damage will be aggravated, but only the first point. However, you will do also, instead of bashing, your fists will do an additional lethal damage. So it's going to be strength and bashing plus 1 lethal plus 1 aggravated in your dice pool. It's going to be really weird to roll the dice. You're going to roll your strength for damage, then you're going to roll a d10 for the lethal, and then you're going to roll a d10 for the aggravated. Dasha.
Yes.
Procedures?
I will also try to increase my mental state. Using Mind 2.
Okay. Difficulty 6, because you have 1 less dot in mind, but still roll your enlightenment.
Difficulty 6. Two successes.
Nice. Plus 1 to 2 different attributes in the mental category.
Hey, hey, hey.
And what about Thea?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not really good in the techno universe, so I guess I'm just stuck as a chimera just following a giant mech.
Not being good in it doesn't mean you can't do enlightened procedures, though.
Well, most of my arts are in the areas that
You have
look
one
at
in
the
forces.
paradox. I have 2 in forces.
Oh, you have 2 in forces. Do some with forces. Make your hands lightning. I don't know.
I'm going to make a bubble shield around me. Can I do that?
You can. What do you want it to protect against? Basically, you'd be picking energy or bludgeoning or piercing / slashing. Essentially.
Considering I am a bird and my bones are likely hollow,
You could also say all, but that's going to be harder.
I'm going to say bludgeoning.
Okay. Roll your arete against a difficulty of 4. Your enlightenment, sorry. Same difference.
That is 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, then. You have a very effective shield against incoming kinetic damage. Also, I'm going to throw this in here for Armature and Soren into Discord. That's you.
Yeah, so Thea's just going to be following around the giant mech, which is, I guess, now her husband?
Sort of. Right. Oh, and Nedry, I didn't ask you procedures.
Already did that.
Oh, that's right. You did the thing. Yeah, I did ask you. Ready to move in?
I guess so.
Do this.
As soon as you step through where the door used to be, where you breached the firewall, everything behind you actually digitizes away, and there's nothing behind you except the same endless expanse that was described last week. As described before, because Armature missed it, you look like... This looks like Minecraft if you set off TNT as far as the eye could see, and then only lit like every 3rd block. And then everywhere that the TNT was set off is just empty space. That's what it looks like. As far as the way it actually manifests, the first section you walk into, which would be the first block, as it were, each of these blocks would be a massive self-contained area, as if you were really small if this was Minecraft. The first area you actually enter into and that you see right now is just like the Old West if it was just endless sun-baked scrubland in every direction. Except there's no sun. Everything's just a dull red color. We don't know where the light's coming from. There's nothing in the sky.
Does this mech have any sensors?
It does. It can sense matter and forces.
I would like to scan for matter.
Okay. If one of you, either Soren or Armature, has matter as a sphere, you can roll your own. If not, you'll have to burn one of the primal energy dots of the mech, of which it has 20.
I have matter.
Okay, just roll your enlightenment or your awareness plus perception, difficulty 6. Tony, yeah, kind of like the twilight side of Mars if there was scrub bushes and small plants everywhere.
2 successes.
You are able to scan half a mile. Each success is a quarter mile of successful scanning, and all you get is more of this. Except, there are previously living signs of organic matter to the northwest.
Okay. I will inform. This thing's got to have a PA on it, right?
It does! You know that movie sound effect they always make when something really massive made out of metal is moving around? It's like that bendy metal sound times 90.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happens when you turn it on. And then when you talk, it's just like booming, echoing across the landscape.
So yeah, we have what appears to be, you said formerly living?
Yeah. Dead matter, but was once living organic matter to the northwest, about half a click.
Half a click northwest. Formerly living matter.
Check it out.
Now you can walk, or you can all just hop on a foot.
But
Once he says this to us and lets us know, this whole instance being new to Dasha, when he says formerly living matter, we're not living matter right now. Like, we're in a virtual web.
Yeah, but the mech exists as if this was the real world to it.
Ah.
So, think of it this way, Dasha. You would have at least this much training in the Technocracy that the Technocracy sees all dimensions as just all parts of the physical universe. Mars is a dimension.
Got it.
It's not Earth. Everything's different, but it's still physical to the people who are there.
Am I still able to track the signals that we were following?
Give me another survival roll plus wits this time. Difficulty 6.
You said wits, right?
Yep.
Damn. Oh, I got enough.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So do you want me to explode the 10 on that since it was not a magical effect, or is 5 successes enough to?
5 is enough.
Okay.
Northwest.
So the readings from the signatures we were tracking are heading off in that direction, and I point everybody towards the northwest.
all right, let's get moving then. I will pilot the robot in that direction.
Are you all gonna walk or grab a leg? Grab a foot?
I'm gonna res in a horse and cart like Gandalf in the Shire.
Go ahead and roll forces. Well, I mean, roll your enlightenment. You have forces too, yes?
Good question. I should know that. No, I don't. Yes, I have 2 in
Yeah.
forces.
Roll your enlightenment against difficulty of 5.
2 successes.
2 successes, you're able to digitally create the horse, but not the wagon. You're gonna have to ride like a cowboy. Does have a saddle,
Gandalf's
though.
done that too. Gandalf's done that.
Gandalf has done that, yes. I'll even give you the white horse.
Yes. Shadowfax.
Guess Dasha will grab a leg. This thing is gonna be moving quicker than she would.
Gonna need you to roll stamina plus athletics, difficulty 6. Because an Atlas can move 55 kilometers per hour, and you're going hump, hump, hump.
Would it still be stamina inside the digital
He's-
web?
Yes.
Okay.
You said difficulty 6?
Yes.
Well,
Dasha and Satori have not fully accepted the new reality yet, so they're not working the way you guys are.
But still 3 successes.
You take a bashing damage. You probably broke a tooth with your mouth clacking together, but you survived the ride. What about Satori?
Story's going to walk. It'll be fine.
What about Agent Hardigan?
I'm hopping on that mech.
For you, it's going to be Wits plus Athletics, difficulty 5.
Shouldn't have said anything. I had more dice with stamina. Oh!
Ooh.
No!
Can't
got
see the
stepped
roller.
on.
What'd you get?
I botched.
Oh, no. No, you actually still managed to hold on, but you take a lethal point of damage because at some point, like, you smash the side of your face into something sharp.
Okay.
Your finger gets stuck in a gear.
It's definitely the face.
And you said data correspondence would not be able to heal. It was dimensional.
What spheres do you have besides data?
Data correspondence, entropy, and mind.
You can heal yourself with mind here, too. If you have at least... Yeah, you have at least 2 dots.
Yeah.
Difficulty 5.
Let's hope this roll works out a little better. It does. That's going to be 3 successes.
Yeah. You can repair the damage to your avatar.
All right.
Okay. Satori, you find yourself alone. Because the horse, the mech, and the flying cat, dog, bird, monkey can go a lot faster than you on foot. So you're like, I don't care, I'll catch up. Because you're Satori. And you're just walking along, and you start hearing whispering. It starts behind you. But by the time you spin around to check it out, it's coming from all around you. Also, the sky is darkening. The red's getting deeper.
Tori's first just going to yell, "We're surrounded!" and just start running. Full sprint.
Thea, roll Perception plus Alertness, difficulty 6. You're the only one anywhere near close enough to hear him.
Okay.
You're the second slowest.
Hi. Also, another question. Did we ever get more points to fill out the other 2 categories? Because I've only got knowledge, like the one category where we dumped the...
Not sure what you mean.
15. Were we supposed to get other points in the character creation process? Because I only have 15 points in just one category for abilities.
It's 15-9. What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's 15.95.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't get the memo on that. My bad. That is 3 successes.
You hear him. You hear Satori screaming about being surrounded. Like, way back behind you. You realize if you stop and turn around, you're going to lose the mech. Like, you'll see it on the horizon, but you're not going to be anywhere near it.
Yeah, I'm just going to use owl screaming. Just, hey, Satori's in trouble!
Nedrick, go ahead and give me Perception plus Alertness, difficulty 10. You want to know how loud an Atlas is running?
Real loud.
Good thing I get that extra point in perception, eh? Perception and alertness. That's 1 success. Actually, so
You hear something. It's probably just the mech, though.
Can I hear it all?
Oh, no. Armature
we're
and Soren
inside,
can't
man.
hear nothing happening outside of the mech.
Oh, you can't hear the owl screaming?
Do you have like comms or something or mind?
So, right now, Soren... So, Armature can't hear it because he's in the mech, but Soren, you can't hear it because that would be like you in real life. Whilst running on a treadmill and listening to your iPod, a mosquito buzzes past your ear. That's about how likely you are to hear that noise.
Oh, that makes sense.
Nedry, you can, as the player, you have knowledge enough to stop if you want, but it's unlikely Nedry would care because that's just a weird noise.
Yeah. No. Sorry, Satori.
It's nice knowing you all.
Oh, jeez.
What do you do, Thea?
Hey, what do you do?
I guess Saya will go back and provide support for poor Satori. Just like chimerical thing coming down from the sky, just screaming.
So, you turn and start flying towards Satori, and you actually notice the sky is getting a darker red. And you start hearing whispering, too, coming from all around him. And then, right before you could catch up to him, from all around him out of the ground, like a gray mist starts seeping. And individual parts of the mist start sort of coalescing into humanoid forms, but then blow back away into mist. Like a shadow walking through a waterfall. The mist just billows out and fills the whole area, and you hear Satori, "I'm coming, flap, flap, flap," but you don't see anything because it's just fog. And now you can both hear sounds in the fog, just like from your left there's a thump, and then from your right there's an evil cackle, and then behind you there's the sound of charging feet. But you can't see anything.
Okay, even though I cannot see anything, I am a weird owl snow leopard thing, so I'm assuming my hearing is pretty good. Could I try to see if I can hear Satori's movement in the fog?
What is Satori doing?
Satori is running and yelling.
Yes, perception plus alertness, difficulty 7.
Yes, I will definitely be able. Perception plus alertness. Difficulty. I have a bludgeoning shield around me, though, so I don't think I should get hurt.
Already died twice. I can't die a third time. That wasn't part of the deal.
What'd you get on the roll?
6 successes.
Yeah, you definitely hear. So you charge in that direction.
Okay,
Satori,
yeah.
you're running and yelling. Suddenly one of those shadowy figures coalesces out of the fog and charges you. What do you do?
Punch it.
Okay, please punch
Instinct.
Thea. And strength plus martial arts.
Oh,
Difficulty
but
6.
that counts as bludgeoning, right?
Yep.
So you're
Bludgeoning,
gonna
and then
force
also
field.
the aggro lethal.
Yeah, other
Except
than
for
the
that
fact
force
that
damage that's aggravated and lethal, yeah.
he powered up his fists. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I can sense when she feels pain, right?
Yeah, but she hasn't felt any pain yet.
Well,
Yeah.
she's about to. The moment she does, I'm gonna
Jeez.
turn and fire. So
He's punching.
pray
Kill
to
both
whatever
of them.
god you believe in.
He's punching a force
so
field
pray to
right
myself.
now
Realize-
around myself, though.
So here's the lesson for today, kids. We've given the opportunity of riding on the mech. You ride on the damn mech.
Unless if you can fly, then you fly.
So what'd you get, Satori?
Getting the dice roller. Because I didn't set this up ahead of time. I knew I forgot something. If I had the physical dice, I'd roll the physical dice. It's not working fast. Bop. I'm so sorry, by the way. I didn't plan this.
The punch is in bullet time right now. With Thea's face widening in shock in bullet time.
Yeah, that's 4 successes.
Okay. You hit the shield. The shield breaks, sending Thea spinning around, but Thea's not on the ground, so you don't sense any pain, Soren. You just knocks you like you got hit with a massive wind shockwave, Thea. Satori, when the shield breaks, it flings you backwards. With that Star Wars laser hits metal sound.
Satori continues to scream as he flies 10 feet back and thumps onto the ground. Silence. He gets up and continues to run.
You scream, you hit the ground, and you The hell was that? And you go to get up, except hands burst out of the ground and grab you.
Am I still flying after getting punched?
You didn't get punched. He broke your shield. The shockwave sent you spinning. It's going to take you a turn to recover. Meanwhile, he hit the ground because it flung him back. And then skeletal hands are grabbing him and trying to drag him down into hell.
Is there enough mental distress going on that it could be read?
If you think you had a reason to be sensing for it, maybe. Also, by now, you're like 2 kilometers ahead of them.
Okay. No.
However, by now you've probably noticed you can't see either of them if you care about that.
I mean, if I'm on the leg of this
You're probably
thing,
busy trying not to smash your face again.
That also, but I probably couldn't see a creature flying behind it.
No.
And I wouldn't expect to be able to see somebody who decided to walk.
Right. Every time the foot hits, it's like a dust cloud, yeah.
Yeah. I probably can't see Nedry because of the dust coming up, so.
Yeah, you can see Nedry like his little flashes every now and then.
I'm going to assume that the other agents have been trained properly into how to handle this situation. Because if they were NWO agents, they would be trained properly.
Satori. Roll initiative.
Satori roll.
Thea, roll initiative.
Oh, God. Okay, so let's just do that. Okay, stamina plus a d10. If I'm doing this right. Stamina plus d10?
It's a single d10, and then you add your stamina, or your dex and your wits.
Okay, so that's a 5 plus 8. 5, okay, 5.
So that's a 9 total for me.
12. That's a 12 for me.
All right. So, Satori, the first turn there is no Thea, so you can go. The hands are pulling you into the ground. You are currently grappled.
I will break free of these hands.
How? With a procedure or just with brute
Break
force?
these cuffs.
Brute force.
I can break these hands.
Yeah, I'm just brute forcing, pulling my arms away as hard as I can.
I'm going to need you to make a wits plus any kind of science or technology, difficulty 6.
Okay.
Just to set the mental picture, are these hands just grabbing his arms?
Nope, whole body.
Difficulty 6.
It's not like 2 hands, it's like all kinds of dead hands. It's like Army of Darkness here.
So breaking his arms free means his leg and his torso are
Leg
still
2.
being pulled, or
What'd you get?
is that?
So it's a difficulty 6?
Yeah. And yeah, that's
3
correct,
successes.
Jacob. 3? This is the moment you suddenly realize, wait, that's how the digital web works. I get it now. So I'm going to need you to roll wits plus martial arts to escape. Your physical stats are useless now.
Okay. Why did I have to get it? That's 4 successes.
You get your arms free. You needed 2 per limb. Your legs, like Jacob said, are still held. The hands don't like that. So they pull harder. And your legs sink into the ground, like the ground is quicksand. Which immediately rehardens. And the hands kind of disappear. Thea! You come flying in like, I'll save you, what? He's like just waist up, stuck in the ground, probably screaming a lot.
She's just gonna be swearing at Satori first off, just like, you fucking punched me! You broke my shield! Okay, I need to remember the 4 square breathing my therapist taught me. Are you stuck?
Yes.
Yeah, he's waist up, his legs are disappeared into the ground, and this is like, savannah, or not savannah, but this is like, you know, that really hard-packed adobe clay. It's not quite cement, but it's not dirt.
Okay, hold.
It's hard.
Like, grab onto my feet, and I can see if I can like pull you up.
Thea,
Okay.
brute force or procedure?
I am going to try to use forces to help boost me as well. So.
Okay,
Yeah,
enlightenment,
yeah,
difficulty
yeah.
5. No penalty for the shield because it's gone now.
You're welcome.
That is 4 successes, also a 10, so I need to re-roll that, and that then becomes another success. So 5? Yes, 5 successes.
So that means the difficulty goes from 9 to 4. So now you can roll wits plus athletics, difficulty 4.
Oh,
I'm sorry, intelligence plus athletics. Intelligence doubles for strength.
okay. Okay.
Oh no.
Intelligence is strength, wits is dex, and
That is 3 successes.
yeah, you pull him out. Satori.
Yes.
Roll your perception against a difficulty of 5.
Straight perception.
Yep. Doubling for stamina.
It's 3 successes.
Oh man, you only take 2 bashing damage then and not lethal from being torn out of adobe clay. That shit hurt though. You go flying into the air, wherein you both hear... Wait, no, this would be your turn, Satori. What do? You're now hanging on to Thea, who's trying to fly away. By the way, what happened with Thea is you're like, how are you going to pull me out? And then, like, rocket packs emerged from Thea's wings and ignited. Because there's no paradox for force magic here.
I thought you said. Okay, no, it's life. Never mind.
It's life and matter, I think.
Yep.
That get penalties.
It's 2 that I don't have, so I wasn't paying that much attention.
This world does not obey the laws of reality. No.
This is the
Oh,
internet,
no.
baby. It's all the mind.
So you're going to take an action or just curse a lot while you fly away?
Cursing a lot, and then the slow realization, like, wait, if this isn't the real world, and this is clearly an incorrect assumption, but Satori is going to start believing that he can't actually die. And this
That's good with only with no
reassuring-
D-reses left.
This reassuring thought will be what fuels a quick mind spell to heal the 2 bashing damage.
Alright, difficulty 5 for the enlightenment roll.
Alright. That is 1 success.
That will remove 1 bashing.
Hey,
Yeah.
sorry, not to insult you or anything, but like you're kind of heavy. You like just like pinch my owl feet a bunch of times, and hopefully Soren will get the memo. And
Actually, with the rocket pack, he's not heavy.
oh,
Doesn't mean you
Great.
still wouldn't want him to try to call Soren, but he's not heavy right now.
yeah. I don't know how long I can just like mentally focus on this on having a jetpack, and I get distracted easily. Just call my husband.
And then the fog decides it's angry with you for escaping. And a horrible, wailing banshee cry echoes through the whole area. The vibration actually rattles your teeth and makes your cheeks flap and your ears bleed. Gonna need you both to roll perception. Difficulty 5.
Is
to
this causing physical discomfort?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
this is sonic
The mech
damage.
does a 180.
2 successes.
2 successes.
What's the difficulty?
5.
That is 2 successes.
How many?
2.
You both take 1 lethal. Yeah, you notice that, Soren. But that's like 2.5 clicks back.
Yep, full speed.
What are you doing? Why are we turning around?
I am going
Problem.
to. The moment he turns, I'm sending a mind and correspondence to be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
You can have comms for free if you're within vicinity of the mech. All 4 of you.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
My wife's in trouble.
Why isn't she already on this?
No idea.
Where are they?
2 clicks back.
All right.
Uh,
Can I use forces to make the mech go faster?
I was just going to ask the same question.
Sure. It's going to heat it up.
That's
Can I use
okay.
role playing to make my horse go faster?
Roll a d20.
Run Shadowfax. Show us the meaning of haste.
So, Soren, would you like to spend the mech's energy source, or do you want to roll for it?
I'll roll for it.
Forces, enlightenment using forces, difficulty 6.
Okay, so then that's 2 successes.
Armature, please mark down 2 little ticks. Because you're at 1 heat just for being active. Now you're at 2 heat. When you hit 10 heat, you'll blow up. When you hit 8 heat, it will shut down for a turn automatically to try to save your life.
Can I be doing something to attempt to dissipate this heat?
This is something forces could do, right?
I would like to...
Make an awareness plus perception roll, difficulty 6.
Awareness plus perception. I have no awareness, but I do have perception.
Do you have correspondence data?
I have correspondence, yes.
You can substitute those dots for awareness, however many that is.
Okay.
I would be so good at some of these rolls.
And the difficulty is 6, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So my dice roll. There.
when he turns around, can we see Nedry now?
Yeah, you can see he's actually keeping up. Because, yeah, Shadowfax could keep up with you. Because he created... You recreated Shadowfax, meaning your top speed is Shadowfax's top speed, which is however fast Gandalf wants to go.
3 successes.
Yes, Jacob.
Agent Nedry, could you just will them here like you teleported everybody earlier?
You could try.
Yes. I think.
Armature. You're able to read the environment, and this particular reality bubble is basically Mars as far as atmosphere is concerned. You're only not dying because your avatars don't have to breathe and don't have to worry about pressure unless you enter a rules zone that has pressure. Meaning, it's going to be really hard to cool a mech off in a Mars atmosphere.
Because there's not an atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit gets real hot on the moon. Or real cold.
Could I enterprise the heat?
What?
The heat to dissipate.
Could you
I
create
mean-
ice?
You can't really do much from the leg, no. You'd have to be inside the mech. Nedry, go ahead and roll Enlightenment against difficulty of 7. And the ghosts would like to not have you take their food.
That's all 3 successes.
You can win if you spend a willpower, because that's a tie.
All right, can I do anything extra? Because I have 3 extra willpower, actually. If I spend more, can I do anything? Like
All you have to do is spend the 1, and I'll let you win. Because they're the defender, and for me, tie goes to defender.
Okay.
So you put a little extra... Nope, they're mine when you feel the resistance, and you pull them out.
A little extra oomph.
And they land on the ground right next to Shadowfax, where I'm assuming you've stopped. The mech actually goes about 300 more meters before it can stop. Can't stop a mech on a dime unless you want it to fall.
Yeah, well,
silly hobbits.
what are you calling hobbits? We're taller than you.
Thea and Satori are now just like laying on the ground. Blood coming out of their ears. Thea appears to be scolding Satori.
You had to jump the rock.
Yeah.
Fog does not follow you.
Let's have everybody mount up.
We like strap Satori to a leg.
I mean, at this point, Satori is just being beaten by the feathers,
The
the
wings.
feather part of Taya's
Satori's
arm.
just there taking it, unflinching, just, yep.
Wait, so
Okay.
what's that you said, Dasha?
Couldn't we tie Satori to one of the legs?
There's a key word in there nobody did the original time. Yes, you could use forces to create straps so that you wouldn't get your faces bashed every time it took a step.
Good thing I don't have forces.
But you could tell them, maybe we should make seatbelts or something.
Oh, I can do that.
All right, Armature, give us the roll. Difficulty 4.
Yes, we need inertia dampening straps.
Inertial dampening straps coming right up. And I'm rolling my enlightenment, right?
Yep.
Two successes.
If you're talking to us, Nedry, we can't hear you, but I assume you're not.
I was.
Oh,
And I
what
was-
were you trying to say?
Say, Dasha, if you want to ride on Shadowfax, that would probably give you a better shot with your rifle. Should we need it?
How many successes, Armature?
2.
That is enough to open 2 compartments, one on each leg, and it actually slides open a piece on the foot. And you realize that you can walk in there and like strap yourself in. There's like a row of straps on the left and a row of straps. This is where the infantry goes when they're riding in the mech to be delivered to the battlefield. So yes, there's room for all of you. But yeah, you could stay out with Nedry if you wanted. You cannot shoot from within the foot. It's like riding in a troop carrier.
All right, well, if we're gonna...
Can we ride with the door open?
We have rockets.
You could ride with the door open, yes. However, again, your mech is literally covered in weapons.
Yeah, why don't we just de-res this horse and I'll chill on the mech and...
Yeah. While I would love to see Dasha as a gremlin shooting a sniper rifle, the size
on
differential
horseback.
is is questionable.
You successfully make your way to where the organic the signs were found. It's actually the edge. It's the northwest edge of this reality bubble within the dead zone. And it is clearly one of the kidnappers. Super dead. And it looks like they died in horrible pain because the face is Invictus, even though it's been sun-baked, even though there's no sun. And there's dried blood coming out of all facial orifices. Satori, you feel like the Banshee's got this guy.
What does he have on him?
He's got the gear he was wearing, which is pretty high tech, but it's not hyper tech. It is very cutting edge, though.
In this dimension, can you do autopsies?
You don't know how effective it would be. You could try to learn what you can, sure.
Armature will examine the body.
Go ahead and use correspondence or data for that against a difficulty of 4 first.
I'm also gonna investigate the body, but not for like signs of death or any cause of death. I'm looking for any information or any data that he might have been holding that would be useful to us.
Actually, no, I want you to roll the data against difficulty 4. I want Armature to roll matter against difficulty 4. It's enlightenment for both of you.
Okay.
Autopsy.
10s cancel out the 1, so that's gonna be 2 successes then, or
You
I
said
got it.
5 difficulty?
4.
4. Then I got 3 successes.
I got 2 3. I got 2 7s, a 10, and a 1. So
That's 3 for each of you. Okay. For Jacob, the suit actually could absorb. So the suit has, what is the Technocracy called that? Premium countermeasures built in. They should not have that technology. Anti-magic. Anti-magic is built into the suit they wear, the combat infiltration suit. So that's a thing that shouldn't be.
Is that salvageable?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking that with me.
Any one of you who has anywhere between 5'10" and 6 feet could wear that suit. If you're real skinny, it's going to be a little baggy.
Mm.
In other words, you could take this back to the real world and wear it there. In the digital web, it's not really going to help you anyways, but it will translate back in its real form.
It'll be really baggy for me.
I'm just going to take it and pack it up, and because it's a digital world, my pocket, it fits fine somehow.
Stripping him naked, you get a better look at his enhancements, his cybernetics. Those are hypertech. Not all of them, but about 20% of his augmentations are technocratic hypertech. And they don't look like they were installed properly, like they weren't installed by Iteration X. Is there a black market for your technology? That's not good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so there's some back alley surgeon putting our tech in people.
Mm-hmm. That's what it seems like. Now, for your role, Armature, he definitely died from his internal organs being pulped by massive sonic damage, like a shockwave. Repeated pulses of it. He was probably in his early 30s. Definitely seen combat, has battle scars. Male. Very physically in shape. And you can collect enough data that you could recreate his proper facial structure and run it through the database when you get out of here.
Okay. I was gonna say, I want to document everything.
Yep. And you can, of course, collect DNA samples.
Yes, that too.
As far as information, he doesn't have any papers or USB or anything like that on him.
Can we strip him with the hypertech?
Yes. However, somebody's going to have to take the paradox, because you'll actually need life for that even here. If you want it to retranslate to the real world properly, you have to use life.
Life man to the rescue. And that's...
2 more paradox, Satori.
I
Doctor, the actual doctor's behind you going,
Oh, don't do it.
Does anybody have Prime?
I have Prime.
Yes.
Wait, yeah.
do not.
I also have a medical degree.
I could.
Would it be possible for Prime to be used to move, to place the paradox onto the body that is the hypertech is coming off of?
no, you'd have to move it to another actual digital entity. An aware consciousness that's alive.
But create an AI.
Yeah, quick! Make an emergent AI!
Make an emergent AI. We'll give it paradox and then we'll kill it. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
that won't
This
piss
will
it off
only
at all.
end well.
That's actually what they use companions for, is to soak up paradox.
Yeah. Assets. Armature, make that intelligence plus medicine roll, difficulty 6.
One success.
Okay. Satori, your difficulty is 5 instead of 6 for your enlightenment roll.
Alright. Instead of 6. That's 0 successes.
But no botch?
No botch.
You successfully stripped the augmentations. You'll figure out the hard way when you get home. You broke most of them, though. You still have them.
We have them and they have them, even if they're dead.
So the person we were trying to get them chased down is dead.
Just one.
Just one.
From what we can tell, there are 2 others.
Plus the hostages. There's at least
And
5
those
more people.
Others are also here, or are they?
You only found one body.
Can I try to pick up the signatures to see?
You did really good on that roll. You actually know you got to keep going out of this reality bubble and into the next one that connects here in this soft spot, as it were. Like there's a distortion in the air, and you can kind of sort of see like a heat mirage of what's on the other side.
All right. The trail leads through this into this next zone.
All right, everybody, load up.
Strap into the leg.
Into the neck.
Don't make the same mistake you did last time. Off we go. Mech time.
You step through the weak spot, and you step out of scrublands and into red sand, like heart of the Sahara, like where it's almost blood color but not quite. It's like a rust-colored sand. Just waves of dunes everywhere, and that's all you can see is dunes as far as the eye stretches. You're like, all right, back in the mech. Let's get to wait. Ground vibrations. That's weird. Why is the ground vibrating? And then you see
Sandworm.
massive waves of sand in a rippling motion, like burst up out of the ground, like something deep in the ground is pushing its way up.
Run.
Can we
Yep.
sense this from inside the
Run.
leg?
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Run.
I mean, as soon as
Shoot
you
that
step,
thing.
Go.
as soon as you
Run.
step into the desert,
Run.
like you see it, and before you start shooting or running, or as you begin shooting and running, you see it explode out of the ground, and it is not a dune sandworm. No, unfortunately, Rachel. It looks a lot like the giant snake transformer from the Transformer movies, the super massive one that burrowed through the ground. It's like part reptile, part metal, all kaiju.
Let's see if it likes plasma.
And that's where we go on break.
Ah!
When we come back, you roll initiative and see if mech or kaiju reigns supreme. Don't go anywhere,
Oh,
audience.
boy.
We'll be back in 10 minutes. we have returned. So far, the kaiju is still winning, as it should be. I'm going to need the pilot to roll initiative.
Okie doke, let's do it.
Yay.
D10 plus wits.
Plus wits
D10
and
plus wits
dex.
is-
Okay, so that's good because my dex is great. So that would be a 7. That would be 10.
Okay.
plus
The worm goes first.
8. 11. 11.
Is anyone disembarking?
Yes.
You can roll initiative too, then.
No, I am not going to.
Okay.
Not yet.
The worm.
Um,
What'd you get, Jacob?
I got a 15.
You actually go first. What would you like to do?
I would like to jump out of the mech, and if I still have an action, I would like to shoot at the mech with an entropy effect.
The mech?
Not the mech, the worm.
Okay.
Thank you.
We should call it a snake. It's actually more like a snake. You can, in fact, do a procedure against the snake, so go ahead and roll Enlightenment against difficulty 6.
That is 2 successes.
What is the... I probably should have asked this to begin with. What are you trying to accomplish?
So entropy, I'm trying to degrade its. It has a weapon-looking part of its snakeness. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to degrade that weapon to cause it to break down.
How do you want... So I can explain what happens. How does your procedure appear?
So I'm going to just shoot it and have when it gets hit, it causes it to wear like it's metal, so it's like rusting and.
So it's a beam of energy then?
In this reality, yes.
Okay. So the beam of energy hits a force field about an inch out from the weapon and dissipates across it. What that means to you is you need more than 2 successes to get past its countermeasures.
Fair enough.
It rears up out of the ground like a snake about to strike, but then it disgorges stuff from its mouth. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stuff that hits the ground with clinks. Tiny metal spiders. Thousands of them. They begin swarming towards the mech and Jacob. Mech, it's your turn. You are a muted, pilot.
Yes,
Can we
yes,
not
yes.
do-
I am going to use forces to electrify the hull of the mech so when the spiders get on it, they fucking fry.
You could actually delegate that to Armature if he has
I was just gonna say, how about I take care of that and you shoot at the big guy?
And I'll hit it with a plasma cannon. The belly gun.
Okay. First roll Enlightenment against difficulty 6.
Okie doke. That's good. 5 out of 4. A 10, 2 7s, and an 8.
10s don't double anymore with magic, so that's 4. Okay.
Oh, so 4. So.
And then go ahead and roll energy weapons or heavy weapons, whichever one I gave you, plus wits. Difficulty 6.
Would that just be firearms or its own thing?
You should have at least 2 dots in either heavy or energy weapons. I can't remember which one.
Think energy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was energy.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Would
can't
that
find
be-
it, assume it's 2 dots.
Okay. Plus anything else?
Wits.
What's a plus?
Wits.
Wits. Okay. Yep. 2. Okay, so that is. Does this double 10s?
Yes.
So that's 3 successes.
Okay. You successfully fired the Gauss cannon and the energy blast hits it, and it actually slides back across the stand. Nothing blows off of it or anything, though. Not yet.
Uh-oh.
That means... Hold on 1 second. Zoom is doing weird things. Okay. That means it's back to Jacob. You're about to get overwhelmed by a massive horde of spiders.
These are not. Are they sentient spiders or are they being controlled? Is there correspondence or data going through?
Awareness plus perception difficulty 6.
You said awareness, right?
Correct.
So that is 4 successes before re-rolling those 10s.
They are... it's a hive mind, but they're not part of the snake. These are pattern spirits. Pattern web spirits.
I would like to use correspondence to disrupt the pattern and send them after the snake.
Okay, that's going to take more than one action, but that's fine. So go ahead and roll correspondence, or roll enlightenment against a difficulty of 6.
I would like to spend a willpower on this.
Okay.
I'm glad I spent a willpower. That's 1 success.
You're able to disrupt a portion of the hive. They actually break off from the normal attack, but instead of... So, like, you can't redirect them in the same turn. But instead of moving as a unit towards the mech, they look around. Some of them turn towards the snake, some turn towards the mech, and some turn towards you.
Weren't they already coming at me, though?
It's because you're between you and the mech, but these actually, like, turn and look at you and lock eyes with you and charge at you. The other one's just, you're in the way.
Those little bastards. Alright.
The snake is unimpressed that you shot it. So, I'm going to need Armature to take his action, because I actually forgot, and try to electrify the hull before we get to the spiders. So,
Yep.
Enlightenment difficulty 5.
Enlightenment difficulty 5. All right. One, 2, 3 successes.
Okay. The snake burrows back into the ground and then explodes up directly beneath the mech. I'm going to need the pilot who is now taking more than one action and has a split dice pool to roll wits plus pilot, but you only get half your wits. Round down.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's around.
No success. Botch.
Botch. That's glorious. The snake comes up out of the ground and knocks the mech over. Mechs can stand back up, but it's not easy. The whole mech goes over.
How rude.
I'm going to need everyone except Jacob to roll their perception against a difficulty of 5.
Oh, I'm out of the Mac. Not in the Mac. I've been flying this whole time. But
Oh, well then you're going to get overrun by spiders. Even better.
I've been flying.
He's flying.
If
Got
you're
2 successes.
if you're flying, you were behind and may not have come into this realm, though.
3 successes.
No, but I've
Four.
got my little jetpack, so I've been able to keep up.
4 successes for Dasha.
2 successes for Satori.
3 for me.
What about armature?
4 successes.
Okay. People who made 2 successes take 2 bashing. People who made 3 take 1. People who made 4 don't take any. And then the spiders, the ones that are still in control, leap towards the mech. Okay. A large portion of them get electrified, and like it seems to short them out. You don't know if it's breaking them or just temporarily shutting them down, but they just fall over. And but some of them actually burrow in and start trying to eat mechanisms. Except for the 3 that land on your friendly neighborhood familiar. Go ahead and roll wits plus athletics, difficulty 7, Thea.
That is 2 successes. Do 10s do the boom boom or nah?
Double to 2, yes.
They do 2.
Okay, so that is
3.
3 successes.
You maintain flight, but now you need to roll perception against a difficulty of 5. They don't bite you. Laser beams start shooting into you out of their little eyes.
Oh gosh, yeah. Fucking Soren's just hearing Thea just squawk. What's the difficulty again?
5.
Okay, that's 3 successes.
You take 1 lethal. Wait, no. Sorry. These are the spiders. You take 1 aggravated.
Oh.
Okay.
The sentient spiders go to work. Piss the snake off. One of them lands on Jacob. You can roll your perception, Jacob. Difficulty 5. To soak. You can also add your suit if it's manifested here.
It is, yes. So. So that's 2 10s, a 6, an 8, and a 1, and a 2.
So that's 4 or 5 successes. You take no damage, but your suit's getting messed up. Probably 4. You take no damage, but your suit's getting messed up, so you're probably annoyed. I also need you to make athletics plus wits. Difficulty 7 also.
Athletics plus wits. Well, that is not as good of a dice pool. That has a better result. That's going to be 4, or same result exactly. So 4 successes.
You do not get knocked over and pinned. Now it
I
is.
appreciate that.
Now it is the cargo's turn. Let's just start with Satori. If this is from the overlay view.
Goodness. Okay.
You don't
It
have
is-
to do anything, but you can.
So Satori would have had a fear of spiders, but this isn't real. This is the internet. These spiders aren't real. I can just squash them. It's fine. So Satori then proceeds to go, like, step on some of them. They, like, if they're in smacking distance, like, and he tried to get like within
they are
arm's reach.
They are about the size of a hefty dog.
Oh, this is infinitely more terrifying. Yeah, see y'all later. I'm getting out of here. Satori's making a beeline for the nearest hatch.
You make a beeline for the hatch and look out onto the battlefield and see that there's spiders everywhere, also swarming over Thea and Jacob.
Yeah, that's not good.
You can still go out though.
It's easier to run when you're not inside of a mech, so yeah, Satori's getting out.
Satori bails. You can now roll
Satori's
initiative
bailed.
for yourself. Daja.
Oh, I just muted myself. Did you see my my side chat? Is that
Yes,
even
go ahead and read
possible?
that to the audience.
So, I have entropy 3. I would like to channel that and use as much willpower as needed to allow myself to put a negative randomness field around the mech.
What's the radius?
I guess it would just be close.
Does it move with the mech?
Yes.
Roll your enlightenment against a difficulty of 7. You're going to need 5 successes to pull that off. Meaning more than one turn. You can spend 1 willpower per turn. However, if you spend it for an automatic success, it won't save you from a spell botch.
Okay. We are going to spend 1 willpower
Okay.
on the first roll. I'll fuck myself. That's a botch.
So, what's your enlightenment?
3.
3.
Oh.
So, your next 2 turns are used up, even though I'm not going to have you roll your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got it in 2. Yeah, your procedure goes off. But you forgot to rewire your device for the fact that you're in the virtual web, and it actually is reversed and affects you, not the mechs.
Oh, wonderful.
By you, I mean everyone in the cargo bay. Be nice, though, and say it only lasts for 1 turn. Okay.
Be careful, guys.
He says,
Shit's
next
gonna be-
round.
Shit's gonna get crazy.
Satori, what was your initiative?
Satori got a 9.
9. Jacob, yeah. No, you're already out of the mech. Nedry.
So, what does this field do?
What does what do?
What does this field that now is affecting me do?
You have no idea. Because you
Bad
don't have
luck.
entropy. Plus, it's not this turn, it's next turn.
Oh, so I'm still good on my initiative without it?
Yep.
All right, I feel like I still want to go with the Gandalf theme and do like a big, massive sphere that sort of will knock spiders out as it goes, sort of like an EMP kind of thing, but very looking like Gandalf doing light against Sauron in The Hobbit.
You'd want to exit the mech for that, unless, of course, you want to EMP the mech.
I wanted to not EMP the mech and be in the mech and do it.
In that
I wanted
case,
to,
you're
like,
going to want
just-
to exit the mech and take a full turn to get away from the mech before you do that.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your initiative.
Are you gonna yell, "You shall not pass"?
That's not that scene.
Yes.
This
It's
is-
not that scene, but I might yell it anyway. This is in the Hobbit where he's fighting Sauron in Dol Guldur.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's wits and dex, right?
A D10 and then add your wits and dex as dots. You just roll a single
that-
D10.
Yeah, so I rolled a 1, so that's a total of 10.
Still faster than Satori. Okay. Back to Jacob.
I'm still gonna try to. I'm gonna try to redirect the spiders that are on B specifically.
Okay, that'll only
To go
be
after the
difficulty of
snake.
5.
And that was my enlightenment roll, right?
Yep.
Oh, let's see how that works. That works better. That's 2 5s and a 10. 4. That was not enough. Damn you,
It does
4.
repel the spiders that were on you and knocks them back.
Does it
and you- it
redirect
shut-
them to the snake or?
Shuts them down in your case.
Ah, okay.
And then you could use an action next turn to redirect.
Okay.
The snake rears up and smashes its face into the mech, shearing away about a ton of armor, both machine guns and a couple lasers. It is now the pilot's turn. You can fire from here. Like it's
Do I
right
have a
on top
shot?
of you. You
If
can
I have
hit
a
it.
shot, then I'll take it.
Yeah, you could hit it with anything on your arms or the Gauss rifle in your gut.
Well, it didn't seem to like the Gauss rifle in the gut too much. What's our heat at?
2.
I'll
Of-
hit it again. Gauss rifle.
Perfect. You ever seen that short, Harry? And that fan short where it's the Imperial Guard lady talking about her experience being on the battlefield with mechs? And it's like when they fired the Vulcan cannon, it was like the wrath
Yeah.
of God, and it baked half the soldiers on the ground.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna need everyone who's not in the mech to roll perception. Difficulty 8.
Hot dog water just gave everybody a boost.
Thank you, hot dog water.
Or wizard. God, why do I say hot
Hot
dog
dog-
water all the time? So I'm sorry.
I blame Limp Bizkit. Thank you, hot dog wizard.
I got an 11.
Oh no, this would be a pool of dice versus a difficulty of 8.
Okay.
3 successes.
What does that boost that hot dog wizard just gave us to?
It's free willpower, so 1 automatic success. Can't botch.
I'm using that right away.
Yeah, using that right now. Thank you, hot dog wizard.
What'd you get, Dasha?
Oh shit, I'm over
What'd you
here
get,
feeling-
Jacob?
Feeling
2.
dumb.
I got 2. Thank you, hot dog wizard.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
Perception against a difficulty 8 to try to soak Gauss rifle at close range.
I'm not outside.
All right, you're fine then. Satori, what'd
Yeah.
you get?
Yeah, he never got out.
I rolled 1 and I'm using the boost, so 2 successes.
Thea. What'd Thea get? That'd be you, Jane. What'd you
You
get?
give for perception,
What?
babe.
Oh, I got fuck, I got a 7 and then a 10. So does that make it 3 successes?
Makes it 2 because the difficulty was 8. Nedry, what'd you get?
I got 2 successes plus the willpower.
You got 3. Okay. So, Nedry, of everyone who's outside, you're the only one who's conscious. Everybody else, only take 1 aggravated because you all made at least 2 successes. So, when the Gauss rifle goes off, there's a massive flash of light, like nuclear explosion flash, and then a concussive shock wave, and then a heat wave. If you were alive in the real world, it would have melted your skin and probably liquefied your eyeballs. But it doesn't because you're digital. What it does do, though, is like immediately incinerate parts of your avatars, and it knocks all of you into the ground and immediately unconscious until somebody wakes you up, except for Nedry, who's just laying on the ground in pain. Does not affect Armature, Soren, or Dasha. It does, however, blow a huge chunk off the snake, which roars in pain.
Beautiful.
What happens with the spiders?
And now your heat's at 3. The spiders are hardened against that. It doesn't do anything to them.
Ooh.
They're not physical, they're metal.
Net loss 0.
The snake, however, is part physical, and you just melted chunks of it away. Armature, what are you doing during the mech's turn?
He is going to be attempting to activate the nanobots in the mech to repel borders.
I like it. Enlightenment, difficulty 4.
Two successes.
So it's not nanobots. What it is the mech is covered in gears and gizmos and shutters and ports and exhaust vents so that you can get in and work on the parts. They all just start opening and closing randomly, squishing spiders left and right, breaking them apart. As you pop open every exhaust port and access vent there is and then slam it shut and make the legs and arms randomly spasm. Nedry.
I feel like I should wake some people up.
Do you have forces?
I have 2 in forces.
Roll your enlightenment against difficulty 5. However many successes you get is how many people you can shockingly awake.
I'm going to use one of my willpower for this.
Okay.
Only one for one willpower, so.
1 success or just the willpower?
Just the willpower.
Pick
No
your target.
successes.
Do you want it to be Thea, Jacob, or Satori?
With Jacob. Because,
Okay.
Yeah.
Jacob, you get a shock and wake up on the ground. It's not your turn yet, though. Oh, well, actually it is because everyone else is unconscious. So, Dasha, you go first before Jacob.
Even though I'm inside,
You still get a turn.
don't I have to use this one to finish the screw up I made last turn?
Oh, that's right. I almost would have forgotten. See what you just did? I'm proud
I'm
of you.
fair.
I'm proud of you. Jacob, you wake up. It's your turn.
Can I use a mind effect to wake everybody else up?
You can. Same thing as Nedry. Difficulty 5. Successes. You need 2. You only need 2 to wake up Satori and Thea.
Oh yeah, this would have been a turn where I
2.
said, I don't think that went the way I wanted it to.
You got 2 successes?
Yes. Well, I got 3, but the 1 took away that one of those. So
Ah. Your effect goes off, and then, like, you get the worst crippling migraine ever, and, like, a blood vessel bursts in your left eye, and you're like, what the hell was that all about? And then Dasha says, guys, I think I fucked up an entropy effect.
wasn't the entropy effect inside though?
No, it went backwards and hit all of you.
Well, but he was inside.
I meant it
So
to
he's
be. I
kept-
meant it to be everyone that wasn't with him. Everyone outside of the mech would have been affected. I may have said that wrong.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
that should also affect the spiders and the
Correct.
snake then.
Not the snake. He didn't get enough successes, but the spider, yes.
Okay.
So you lose a point of willpower, but you don't take any more damage yet. However, Satori and Thea are awake now. The snake just keeps going. Ooh. And the snake successfully tears into the mech more. And now I'm going to use Tony's roll, because I never do, and I should, because he gives them to me. And it hits a core heating component. You gain another point of heat, thanks to Tony.
No!
Thanks, Tony.
Tony. Thank you. Appreciate you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
About half the spiders are dead now between the bad luck effect and the armature's effect. But not all of them. Satori, please go ahead and roll athletics plus wits to try to dodge against a difficulty of 8, because you have really bad luck now. So do the spiders trying to jump on you, though. But they still rolled real good. Same for Jacob. Same for Thea. Same for Nedry.
That is 0 successes.
Wait, what am I rolling at this time?
Athletics plus wits, difficulty 8.
Oh god.
Glad I could
That
help,
That
guys.
is 1 success.
Quintessence only works to lower.
The DC. One DC, 1 point of DC per dot spent.
But it'll work for this.
No, it only works on procedures. Doesn't work on regular rules.
Got no successes.
Don't suppose I have time to do a procedure to boost my wits, do I?
No, but you could still spend willpower.
You keep taking it away. I'm down to 8. I don't know about that. I got a 10.
That's 2 successes.
It is.
Which means you are not knocked prone and pinned. The rest of you are. And now it's Nedry's turn.
I keep getting status ailments.
You're pinned down by a spider.
Movements.
You can still try your procedure.
Can I still? All right.
Yeah, it's just going to be plus 1 DC, so the DC's 6. Well, actually, the DC is 8 because of the curse.
Well, I rolled an 8, so...
Got 1 success! Okay. The one that was on you has been EMP'd and is dead.
Okay.
So you can also stand up. Satori, you're pinned down by an angry metal spider.
Oh no. Satori screams.
Again.
Ah.
You've been screaming a lot, and there's bad luck magic happening. You tear your vocal cords. Now you can only talk in a hoarse voice for the rest of the time you're in the virtual web.
Satori's going to try and push the spider off.
Physical brute force or like forces or something?
I don't have forces, so it's a physical brute force.
It's going to be intelligence plus martial arts. Difficulty 8.
It's 2 successes, miraculously.
The spider only gets 1. You push it off. It's still right next to you, though. And Tasha.
Okay. Seeing how the last spell that I tried to do did not go off the way that I had hoped, I would hope that I have a slightly better understanding of how things work here in the virtual web. Are there like eye slots in these storage compartments where you can kind of like see outside?
Right now the door's open because people kept jumping out.
Oh, even better. Can I see
But
this
what you
worm?
can see is the sky because the mech is flat.
Crap.
Yeah, you can see the worm lurking over top of the mech.
That's all I need.
Large chunks of it are melted and fused.
Entropy 3, and I will use the Hot Dog Wizard's willpower to erode its armor.
Okay, that's going to be difficulty 9 this turn, but not as bad next turn because you No, you didn't curse yourself. Difficulty 7.
Haha. Should I spend the quintessence? Yes. I will spend the quintessence to bring it down to 6. Take that, Tyler.
Nope. Looks like Hexen Curse is boosting you too. You can't use it on this action, but you could use it on the next one.
I can. Okay. All right. Here we go. Difficulty 6, and I used a willpower. Let me mark that down. Oh no, I didn't have to use a willpower. I used Hot Dog Wizards.
Right. It's the same
Okay.
thing, though.
1 success. So
2.
2 success.
Yes. Because its countermeasures have been partially ruined by the Gauss cannon, you do actually have some effect on its armor.
Hey.
That means we're back to Jacob. The bad luck is gone now. There's only one turn.
Thank God.
All right. I still have not turned all the spiders against the snake, have I?
Nope, but this could be the second action to do that, and difficulty would be back to 5.
I'm rolling to turn the spiders against. One success.
That's actually all you need for the small amount that you had actually disabled. So, like, yeah, half a dozen of them turn and rush at the snake. It's a start. The snake doesn't like what just happened to it, because it actually felt that. Have you seen Godzilla, King of Monsters, Dasha? Dwayne?
The new one or
Yeah.
the old one?
The new one.
Oh yes, I have.
Remember that scene when, what's her name? Billy, Bobby, can't remember her name. The kid from Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
That scene where, Ghidorah figures out she has the box and it gets its eye right next to her and looks at her. That's what the snake is doing to you in the hatch now. And then it turns and opens its mouth and spits a massive wad of green shit. Go ahead and roll athletics plus wits, difficulty 6.
It's a good thing I have no athletics. However, I do have the bonus to my wits that I did earlier. Thank
And
God.
Hexen Curse's vote.
And Hexen Curse's vote. You said difficulty 6?
Yes.
Here we go. None.
All right. Well, no,
But
you
no,
got 1
no.
because you used the vote.
Well, yeah, okay. So 1. I didn't know if I had to get at least 1 success.
That 1 does help, so roll perception against difficulty 6.
Perception against
5.
difficulty,
Difficulty
6.
5, sorry.
Difficulty 5. Perception, difficulty 5. Three successes.
That's good. That, and with the 1 success to partially dodge, you only take 1 aggravated damage when the acid hits you and, like, reduces your left breastplate area. It's black and charred muscle. And starts, like, completely annihilating and melting through the entire cargo compartment like xenomorph blood. Spiders! Those 6 actually get inside the snake and start eating it from the inside. It's not happy about that. It's thrashing around now. I'm going to need the pilot first, and then everyone else second. To roll athletics plus wits, difficulty 8, as the snake thrashes. Except Dasha. And Armature.
Oh, because we're
So
inside.
wits athletics, did you say?
Correct.
That
No,
is
wits
1
plus pilot
success.
for you, Soren, sorry.
Okay. 2.
The mech gets out of the way, doesn't get smacked by the tail. Thea, however, gets tail whipped halfway into the next desert. What about Jacob, Satori, and Nedry?
Nedry rolled a 2. Got
You
2
said that
successes.
was. What was the difficulty on that one?
It's another dodge, 6.
3.
Oh, 6? I thought you said 8.
I did say 8,
Oh, I
I'm
got it.
sorry.
And 1.
Satori.
I forgot I was muted. Okay. 2 successes.
All right, so Satori, you actually duck out of the way. Jacob and Nedry, much like Thea, you don't take damage, but you get knocked like 100 meters away and hit the sand. You just kind of roll away.
I got 2 successes, the same as Satori.
Oh, you're fine too then. So Jacob and Thea get knocked into next Tuesday. You don't take damage though. You just got knocked far, far away. No more spiders on you though, so there's that. Thea,
Yes.
you finally get in action.
Oh, finally! I'm going to use my Forces magic to take the heat from the mech.
You can't. You're
What
100
is-
meters away from it now.
Too far. Oh no!
Then I guess I'm
Doom.
taking my turn flying back to the mech.
Okay. Nedry.
So I EMP'd 1 spider, killed it. I'm standing up. What's the situation around me right now?
The snake
There's
is
still
thrashing
spiders
around
attacking.
and slapping its tail everywhere and screaming in pain because there's spiders inside of it eating it from the inside. And Jacob's just like directing them with his tablet and laughing evilly.
We still have spiders attacking us, or did he take care of all of them?
No, all the ones that aren't under Jacob's control have been crushed and smashed and melted.
Okay.
However, you can
I
hear
want to-
Dasha screaming from inside the cargo bay, which is smoking and chunks of metal are liquefying and falling out.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Thanks.
I want to res like a giant pike type thing, and again, Lord of the Rings. Nedry's real into it, I guess. He's gonna like a giant spear, and we're gonna throw a spear Eamor style at the mummic. Try to hit the snake in the mouth with a giant spear.
So first roll Enlightenment against difficulty 6.
Okay. That is 2 successes.
And then roll Intelligence plus Melee. If you don't have Melee, you can use Athletics.
I do not have melee. I have 1 in athletics. Against what difficulty in the second roll?
6.
6. That's 1, 2, 10. Does that 10 give me double on these?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 successes.
You do hit it right in the mouth. You don't know how much damage you cause because it's already screaming and thrashing. But you hit it right in the mouth and it sticks. Satori. Once again, you're all alone.
Why does this keep happening? I have to do this horse turn. I forgot for a second. Did I see where the others flew?
Wait, did you get
Which
knocked
direction?
loose or not? I can't remember.
I did not get knocked loose.
Oh,
I got
then
2
no, you're not
successes right
separated
now.
from the rest of them. You're right there.
Oh, okay.
You're next to Jacob.
No,
Okay.
Jacob got knocked.
Oh, you're next to Nedry. Sorry.
Nedry, who looks like Gandalf.
Yes, and is spearing this snake in the mouth.
Okay, the wizard is busy. I would have asked the wizard for help, but
The wizard is busy.
the wizard is busy.
So is Dasha, judging from the screams.
Oh, no. Okay.
You see the Terminator 2 end scene with the half-melted hand thumb come up. Okay.
Yeah, Satori's gonna take a moment to recompose himself with a bit of a mind spell to ignore all these injuries.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll Enlightenment against difficulty 5.
Oh, that's 1 success.
That's enough to ignore your worst wound penalty.
Lovely.
So if you're at -2, you're at -1 now. If you were at -1, you're at no penalty. And you can still take a regular action.
Okay.
He go punch the snake.
Yeah, I could go punch the snake.
You are immortal.
I was gonna say the snake was pretty big, but yeah, I am immortal. Yeah, let's go with that one. Yeah, gonna go punch the snake.
Martial arts plus intelligence.
Martial arts,
Difficulty
intelligence,
6.
Oh boy. Off to punch the snake. That's 2 successes.
You punch the snake. You have no idea if it helped, but you definitely punched it. with the
Definitely
tail.
punched it. So helpful. Give a thumbs up to the wizard.
Tasha.
Am I still melting away?
Yes. You have not, what's the word for that? Canceled out whatever the word for canceling out acid is. There's a word for that. Neutralized. No.
Neutralize?
It's a different word for that.
I'm sure that I have the ability to neutralize acid.
Got forces or matter?
I have time.
How much time?
All
Really
the time
not
in the
enough.
world. I only have 1 dot of time.
That's not gonna help.
Ugh.
What are your spheres?
I got 2 in correspondence, 3 in entropy, 2 in mind, and 1 in time.
Your only real option then is get naked. Just like in the Alien movie. Take the gear off. Hurts less.
Mm. Well, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So I will, with my gnarled hands, unstrap myself from this thing and take off my
Chest, basically your entire chest plate and
Yeah.
chest clothing has to come
My-
off, yeah.
VR wetsuit.
Yeah. Okay. You can take one other physical action, or one other mental action in that same turn if you want.
One mental action.
Which
I'll
could be a
reflect
mental
on how
procedure.
that was a bad idea. Damn.
You could do it. You could do what Satori did and make yourself ignore your own wound penalties.
Is that for the whole scene, or is that just for a turn?
It's for the whole scene if you get at least 2 successes.
Oh, well. Balls out then. Let's do it.
Roll it. Difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, yes, son. 4 successes.
Oh yeah, you're feeling real good.
Ooh,
You can remove all
chipper out
wound
here.
penalties for the whole
I'm feeling
scene.
great.
Okay. That's back to Jacob. You don't have to maintain the spiders. You can do something else.
So, am I in range of my correspondence abilities with Sphere 2?
So it's in range of what?
I mean, everything is in fairly...
Everything except whoever got... everything...
Me! I am the one that got knocked back. I'm wondering
what
if,
is it?
if I got...
What is it you're trying to do? It depends on what you're going to try to do.
Well, just... I would figure with Mind 4, it would be enough to boost others.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that-
Correspondence. Correspondence 2 is basically, if you can see it, you can do it.
Okay. And I can pretty much see everybody.
Yep. Everyone except Dasha.
Okay, then I'm sorry, Dasha. But
And
since
Armature.
I can't.
But you
And
can see
Armature.
Soren because you can see through the faceplate.
All right. So for those that I can't see, I apologize. For those that I can see, I would like to give a mental stat boost.
Roll it. Difficulty 5.
It's not looking good. 1.
Pick who you want to get boosted.
My options are Nedry,
Satori, Thea,
Satori.
Soren, and Nedry. Yep.
What's that chance die? Chance die is 9, and that's going to be alphabetical order. I believe it's going to be Thea is going to get the boost.
Thea, +1 to all your mental stats. Okay. Pilot, what are you doing?
Is it in range of gun?
You'd have to stand up. So if you could tell Armature to stand up and hold your action till he's done.
Okay, I'll do that. Armature, help me stand.
That was the plan.
Armature, go ahead and roll Enlightenment against difficulty 6 first.
Okay. One, two, three successes.
The mech stands. You don't need to roll anything else. Alright, Pilot.
Alright, I'm shooting.
What are you shooting?
I don't want to fry my buddies again, so I'm just gonna hit them with the missile pod.
Okay. Go
Wait,
ahead and...
do I have a punch weapon?
You've got an energy weapon on one of the hands.
I'm gonna use that.
Okay, go ahead and roll your energy weapons plus wits. Difficulty 6.
Okay. 2.
Okay, then go ahead and roll 15 d10s against a difficulty of 6. This ruby beams of light come shooting out from the arms and hit the poor snake.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does the 10 explode?
Yeah, because this
Then 9.
you actually cut a big chunk of its tail off.
Oh yeah.
Thea,
There.
you can finally do your thing.
Oh, finally!
Enlightenment, difficulty 5.
Ah, okay. That is 2 successes.
Parts of the snake do start glowing red. Nedry.
Do these spiders that are inside have some kind of power pack?
You have no idea how they're powered, but you didn't see one. You feel like, because you don't have a lot of dimensional science, but you do have virtual web experience, you feel like they are living entities of this realm, much like you would be in the real world. So it doesn't have that kind of power pack, it's just whatever it eats keeps it alive.
Okay, so that strikes that idea out. Can I create a giant abyss?
A giant what?
Abyss hole. For
That would require
the snake.
matter. Do you have matter?
I don't think so.
Okay. Or correspondence, but you would need it at least at 3, and to make it a large pit, you'd need it at 4.
I have a 3 in correspondence.
You could make a medium-sized pit.
Oh, I do have 1 point matter. Is that enough? I don't know.
No, that's not enough matter, but you could make a medium-sized pit.
You know what? Scrap all that. Let's. We've done some magic. We threw a spear. Let's pull out Glamdring and charge this thing.
Okay. Roll forces, difficulty 5 to create the sword.
Okay. That's 1 success.
That's enough, and then roll melee or athletics plus intelligence, difficulty 6.
Three successes.
And then roll 5 d10s versus difficulty 6 for damage. No, 8 d10 because of your successes.
That's what difficulty what?
6.
Difficulty 6. That's going to be 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I did get a 1 though. If that, I don't know if that means it.
If you got no 10s, then that would be 2 successes, yeah.
2 successes.
Okay. You're stabbing it, Satori's punching it, that's amazing. Satori, you gonna punch it again?
We're really good technocrats.
Really just wonderful technocrats, aren't we?
You still have your super fist.
Fists.
That's why I haven't been having you roll damage, I've been calculating it.
Oh, okay, lovely. In that case, I shall punch the snake again.
Sorry, do it! Martial arts plus intelligence, difficulty 6.
Yeah, 3 successes.
Okay.
Adri and Satori are totally getting kicked out after this. Which, what the fuck, guys?
The snake can't take any more dashes, so you don't get another action. The snake just does one final ululating roar, and then explodes.
Yeah. Oh, it's finally fucking dead.
Everyone
Wait,
is...
Oh,
It explodes, and everyone is showered in horrible, horrible gore, except Nedry and Satori, who are in the blast wave. Go ahead and roll your perception against difficulty 5 to soak.
Is it reaching that far away to get me?
No, you're fine. It's only Satori and Nedry who are actually in melee.
Oh, okay. I thought you said everybody except them.
I got three successes, including a 10, so 4 successes.
That's a botch.
Does the mech take damage?
That actually won't matter, but no, not anything. It just gets covered in goo. However, Satori, how much health do you have left?
Good question. Alright,
Hopefully you've been marking it.
I've been marking it. I do have a quick question. When someone takes aggravated damage, does that move the bashing up more, and like the lethal up?
Not until you fill all your bars, and then it starts converting. Once you fill all your health levels, the bashing starts turning worse.
Okay, so I have 3 bashing, 1 lethal, 1 aggravated, marked on my sheet.
So you got... You're at incapacitated, or you have 1 left? I don't remember how you were built. Or maybe 2 left.
He would be crippled
Yeah, okay.
unless, for any reason, he has extra health boxes.
That's what I
from
wasn't sure
his
of.
enhancements.
Did you have physical reinforcements from
I have
augmentations?
no
Okay.
physical reinforcements.
Okay. So,
Everybody.
Satori de-reses. But Satori didn't actually die. So you had 3 bashing, 1 lethal, 1 aggravated, yes? So now you have 2 bashing, all lethal, and 1 aggravated. And thanks for the follow, Connect BR.
Yeah,
So-
thank you for the follow.
Satori de-reses, and you all assume he's dead because you knew he only had 1 left. However, for you, Satori, you appear back in the building and immediately start throwing your guts up, and there's like blood in the bile. And like you can't stand up, you're so weak you just kind of fall over. In your physical form, because it wasn't enough to kill you, but it was enough to incapacitate you, you are all the way down to crippled and lethal damage in the real world.
Does this mean I'm, like, in the process of dying?
No, because you're not too incapacitated. But all you can do is crawl around on the floor and moan.
Last thing Satori moans before he, like, falls onto the ground next to this pile of vomit and blood is just... I knew I was immortal.
That's perfect. For the rest of you, You're all like taking stock. And you realize, Nedry, because you're still real close, that there were 2 more bodies inside the snake. Now they're just kind of on the ground.
I feel like we should investigate the bodies.
I feel like I need some clothes.
I'm gonna head over, and while I'm doing that, I would like to, if I can, try to heal that aggravated damage that I took with Enlightened Science Effects. Did Mind 4 work on that?
You can heal your own aggravated because you have Mind 4, but you can't heal anyone else's, not here.
I wasn't thinking about anybody else as I was watching. That's okay.
So yes, difficulty 5.
Actually, what am I talking about? I'm just a naked gremlin.
I got everything. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, if
So
you
while-
got like how many
So
success?
while
You got all
they're-
3, all
Four.
4.
Yep.
Yeah, so then you can heal the aggravated and like.
That's all I had.
Then you're good. Yeah. What about the rest of you?
So while they're examining the bodies and healing and stuff like that, Armature is actually going to be performing repairs on the map.
I can help with that, I think, if I have forces and shit.
You can climb out and yeah, because you actually have to crawl around on it and shit.
Yeah, Dasha would not be very good at helping with repairs, so she'll
Dead
head
bodies.
over.
That Nedry's like, hey guys, there's dead people.
Yeah,
Autopsy
she'll go over and
time.
help
What do
investigate.
yeah, what do I roll to investigate these things? I have enigmas. Is this an enigma?
No, this is actually just investigating a body. What were you gonna say, Jacob?
Is Satori's body still here, or is he?
No,
is
he derezzed.
He.
I evaporated in the blast.
Can we get Satori back? We might need him for this investigation.
Nedry,
You know what?
you could actually,
like he
because
died.
you're the
Oh.
virtual adept, you could split your consciousness here with correspondence 3. So yes, you could roll awareness plus perception difficulty 6 to try to see what's happening in the real world.
Right, awareness plus perception. That is cancels. That is 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
3 is complete success. He's lying unconscious on the floor in a pile of vomit bile and his own blood, but he's breathing.
I don't think Satori's going to be much help, but he didn't die. He might. Hard to tell, but he's not going to be of help right now.
Yeah, there's like blood all over him, and you don't know if it's because he threw it up or if he's actually bleeding everywhere.
He's back in meat space and moaning, kind of rolling around on the ground.
At one point, Satori incoherently just kind of moans like, "Wizard, I need you.
I what?
I
missed
need
that.
you."
Everyone.
You can't fix him in the real world.
Yeah. Wait. Don't I have medicine?
You can't get to him.
Right, you'd have to
Yeah.
jack out.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. That it might be worth it to save.
You would need a portal for that.
Oh.
A data
You
port.
can't just.
And you. Wait. So is he back in the office, or is he back at the construct? Like, where is he back to?
He's back in the building where we jacked in.
I'm somewhere in the middle of Nevada.
Well, we had security guards there that they would probably have med kits on them. Would they see that right away?
Yeah,
They're-
but we told
they're-
them specifically not to come inside.
Yes.
They would go in to a room where they saw 5 bodies go in, and just see my body in the gear, and see his body broken, bloody, and
Except you
whatever
told them not
case
to
it
come in the
is.
room.
Yeah.
Except
any
if they were to
reason,
come in the room. Can I get a message from where we are to the construct.
Telling them to go in and help him.
Nope, you'd have to jack out too. In ghost space, you're cut off from the internet.
Oh, because we're in ghost space. Okay.
Because you're in ghost space.
Can I use correspondence to send a message to get from outside of ghost space?
No, you have to actually leave ghost space to communicate with anything.
Can I crawl? Or am I...
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Magical solutions not needed. Satori is just gonna crawl to the door after, like, a solid minute.
It's gonna take a while, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a blood and bile smear as he crawls. But
Snail.
He'll get help.
Is Nedry aware that he's trying to crawl?
I am now, yeah. I would have been with 3 successes.
He's fine then.
Yes.
I think he might be dead.
No. So am I able to prematurely end and get back into my body?
Not in ghost space. You must exit ghost space to escape the net at this stage. Or derez. That'll send you back to where you jacked in. But that won't help Jacob.
You mean it won't help Jacob to see to be conscious when a crawling, beaten, bloody body crawls out and alerts the guards that something bad happened in that room?
Because if you derez yourself, you're probably going to be unconscious in the real world because it's like getting punched in the head. You don't die, but it still hurts.
I've got mine 4. I might be able to prepare myself. Because if he leaves that room and makes the aware of what happened in that room to a bunch of people outside of the agency, that's potentially causing paradox to...
I mean, you
where
could
my
try to
body
get Soren.
is.
Well, no, you can't even get the mech to kill you right now because they're not in it.
I could shoot you in the face.
A sniper rifle at point blank range.
I'd like to prepare a mind enhancement before this happens so that I can be conscious when I return.
Roll enlightenment against difficulty 7.
Oh no.
Oh.
No. That's a botch.
Okay, but you think everything's fine.
Yeah.
You gonna ask Dasha to shoot you in the face? And are you gonna do it, Dasha?
If he gets out of that room, he's going to create if those guards come in, it creates a large paradox. And I'm not going to say paradox because that's not the word that the Technocracy uses, but I don't remember it right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
It creates anomalous activity.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
The anomalous
Glitches and anomalies
is going to come back onto my body. So if there's any way I can get back there unless I can get somewhere else, I don't see any other option.
Dasha will just kind of look down at the sniper rifle in her gremlin-esque face. She says, well, I don't normally like to shoot team members, but I know this isn't real. She just pulls it up and will take a shot.
The botch is actually super perfect. Because you blow Jacob's face off and Jacob derezes. There's that sudden shock of being tossed through reality, Jacob, and you wake up. And you sit up and you're like, whoa, that was weird. I'm not in the same room. I'm on a cot in what looks like a storage unit, surrounded by duffel go bags and rifles and cobbled together technological equipment. You're like, that's weird. So you go to scratch your face. That's not my hand. you de-resed back into the body of one of the kidnappers, and that's where we stop until next week. You guys in the virtual web, you actually see Jacob gets shot in the face, but Jacob just falls over, and one of the kidnappers that was in the snake de-reses.
Aww.
Hey man, that botch could go. It could work in your favor because Jacob is now on the inside, literally.
Shit.
All right, audience. That's all the time we have for this week. But we'll return next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time once again to continue this story, to see if Jacob can crack the case wide open by himself now that he's a mercenary. Wonder what that'll do to his enlightened sciences. That'll be fascinating. Until then, though, we encourage you to check out our other shows if you're an Onyx Path fan. We have more Mage tomorrow, playing Mage of the Ascension crossed with Cult Divinity Lost at 9 p.m., continuing our White Walls Chronicle. Tuesdays, Dwayne will be running the Jumpstart for Exalted, fighting some demons on the Onyx Path channel. On Friday will be the season finale of Dracogenesis. Other days of the week, we have Dune, Adventures in the Imperium on Monday. We have season finale of Tales from the Loop on Wednesday, starting Fallout next week. And on Thursday, we are continuing Strange Aeon Season 2 and Pathfinder 2E. Make sure you check out our website, vorpaltales.com, to catch up on our past archives, get the links to all our social media, and our Patreon. Follow us on Twitch, and subscribe and hit the bell on YouTube. Players, tell everyone who you are and where they can find you next, both in Vorpal Tales in Meat Space and in other places in Meat Space.
Again, I am Dwayne at Made of Kimchi on the internet. The next time you will see me will be running said Exalted 3rd Edition Jumpstart on the Onyx Path channel on Tuesday.
I'm Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama. You can find me around Vorpal Tales, specifically this coming Monday for Dune. You can find me behind a Denny's near you.
Have been, currently am, and will be JT at Sensomancer online, and you can find me online at johnthomas.tech or rivaltheories.com, and you can see me on Vorpal Tales next Wednesday in the finale for Tales from the Loop.
Hello, I'm Harry, aka Lubricat on everything. You can find me tomorrow in Tyler's game, and also in Wednesday, and then on Thursday on twitch.tv/The Onyx Path. Listen to Saratoga by Night podcast. It's good. Anyways, on to Jane.
Hello, yes, I'm Jane. You can find me at The Confused Crow on Twitter and Tumblr, all one word, all lowercase. I have commissions open, so if you're interested in having me draw your tabletop RPG character, check out the information on my Twitter. Other than that, I am also in Wednesday's games, and on Thursday at the Onyx Path. So yeah, check it out.
I am Zachary Naldra, he, him. You can find me on the interwebs, specifically on Twitter, because that's the only place that I really go. And I use this as @ZachRules. I create some community content. You can find the links to that all on my pinned post there, including Into the Darkness, which is at 6 sails away from a copper medal. So if you want to,
Nice.
get me there, that'd be awesome. I am streaming here. You've just witnessed this. You saw it with your own eyes. It actually happened. I am also streaming with Vancouver by Night Tuesday nights in a Dungeons and Dragons game. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I got to hit somebody with an axe, and I didn't die. We'll see if we can.
Means you're succeeding.
We'll see if we can repeat that next week at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Hey everybody, I am the Touring. It's the _Touring on Twitter and a few other places online. I am here on Saturday nights, and other than that, I intermittently host a podcast called Lore of the Apocalypse, where I explore the lore of Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition.
And I am Eldritch Echoes Online. You can catch me all over the place at Vorpal Tales and on our Drive-Thru RPG supplement site. And you'll catch me next tomorrow running our next Mage game. And now for the Ride or Die viewers, it's time for votes. Audience, anyone you vote for gets free willpower to spend. Players, anyone you vote for can either restore a point of quintessence or can have a point of XP. Begin.
I, as Dasha, will vote for Satori for having an overall bad day.
At least I didn't die. Again. For the 4th time. It's fine. Yeah, my vote.
While you think, I'll point out that Tony says he'll give you a vote, Harry, but only if you hug Jane first.
Thank you, Franny.
Mwah.
Yeah, my vote will be going to Nedry for being a wonderful wizard.
Excellent.
And my vote goes back to you, Satori, for being a fellow melee combatant against giant snakes.
And Kaiju.
Put that on a shirt. Punch the kaiju.
I punched a Kaiju and lived.
Punch the kaiju, and all I got was this stupid shirt.
Button.
My vote goes towards Touring for being a great co-pilot.
My vote goes to Key for just having a horrible day. Bad decisions were made, and an owl had to slurp you up from the ground.
I'm gonna give my vote to Dasha for making the right call. And even if things didn't work out right,
I made a lot of good calls tonight.
you were the first one on the mech to ride the mech, which it turned out was a good call. We got inside the mech, and it did not work out well, but staying in the mech seemed like it worked out better than it may have for some others. So there was a
Fair.
There were several right calls that did not have the support needed from the dice.
That botch, though, completely changed my cliffhanger, and I love it.
I will give my vote to Harry because we are drift compatible.
Yeah.
Excellent to being excellent to each other. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have this Saturday, audience. But we'll see you in our next show. Till then, stay mutual, because we're always watching. Good night.
Good night.